Crank her up. The spider's gone. It's Monza time. Crack. I got my new computer. It's been sitting at Best Buy since February 19th. And then we're going to hold it for 2 more days and then refund my credit card account. Oh, it's supposed to have Windows 7. It has Windows 8. I'll figure it out. A few stupid things on it. You scroll to the right side of the screen and it brings up this date thing and the time's fast by 3 hours. And it thinks it's in Newfoundland. And to go get your pictures, you got to go to the far right corner, and it's got some dumb stuff. Moving the cursor back and forth, back and forth. Stuff should be closer to where you need it. Probably a way to do a shortcut. And the movies are taking forever to load. I created 10 movies last night. 2 minutes, 10 minutes, 12 minutes. All different lengths from 2 minutes to 12 minutes. And I went to bed at 2:30 in the morning. And at 7 o'clock, sleep, what's that? At 7 o'clock, it still had only uploaded 2 of the movies, and there was 8 or 9 more to go. It's pretty nuts. It saves the movie in Movie Maker really quickly. It just takes 30 seconds or a minute. But to put it onto YouTube was forever. I'm working on my Monza. That jack handle doesn't look original. I got to vacuum the crap out of here. There's some Bondo here in the quarter. I said, don't tell me the car's rotted, but it's not. That's bodywork from a dent. It's got a so-so paint job on it. It's not clean, but it looks better than it actually is. 65 fender trim with a few good dings in it. Ding! It's funny, the car has one option on it, a rear antenna. This is a stripped convertible. Well, 2 options. 110, 3 options. 110 automatic. Burning oil like crazy. Yeah, normally was a 95 horsepower engine, so it's got the 110, which is an option. And power glide was an option, radio was an option, and not much else. The outside rear view mirror was an option until January '65 when Ralph Nader said all cars should have an outside rear view mirror. Somebody put this rinky-dink one on from Pep Boys, and it's too low. It should be up here. But when you take it off, you end up with a hole in the door. Paint, well, had a paint job at some point in its life. No rust here though, just a tiny amount of rust under the windshield. That's really uncommon. Most Corvairs rust at the base of the windshield unless they're from a southern western climate like this one was. Gas door has to be adjusted. It's hitting too low, needs a gas door guard to cover those scratches. And a few little things, and I gotta get the turn signals working properly. The turn signals flash way too fast with no noise at all. Battery is totally dead. Isn't that strange? I drove it here and it was working, and this was the battery from the Hyundai, and that car always started. Battery is totally dead. It didn't do that at the hotel. I drove it in here last night and stayed at the hotel in Albany, and it fired right up. Alternator belt's cooked because the alternator is junk. I mean, the old alternator was junk and it cooked the belt, so I got to change that. Got to put a couple proper clamps. I've got the exact proper clamps for that. Come look at this. This is what happens when you're a hoarder. You got everything you need. Uh-oh, my clamp collection fell over. Here's a windshield for my Corsa. I got a 66 Canadian Corsa. And I got hose clamps in here. But the whole box fell over. Here's stuff that I saved from 30 years ago. Nice patina on that tower clamp. I put a few of them on a Rambler, but I sold it with the patina clamps. Stretch to get in there. That windshield's got to go to the big barn, which I never go to anymore. I got so much stuff. Self-tapping bolts from Phoenix, and galvanized lock washers and nuts and bolts, and automatic transmission fluid, and wire, and lug nuts, and muffler clamps, and generators, and plow pumps, D44 front axles, and 23 channel CB radios, and Weber carburetors, and Kmart oil filters. Here's where the alternator parts were. I've had these parts for over 20 years. Brand new bearing. Made in USA. Oil pressure gauge. I've got stuff. Pipe bending machine. The real deal. Parts for Mrs. CW's. Suburban. Light bulbs. Door speakers. Engine shroud rubber. I've got so much stuff. Bumper guards for Corvair. Brand new bumper guards. Brand new in the box. Late model bumper guards. Maybe I'll put them on this thing. That'd be nice. It's raining. We live in the Adirondacks on the edge. Ooh, I got piles of junk. Diesel parts. More rain. Just what we need. Make the grass grow. I just cut the grass this morning. The other guy cut it on Sunday. I cut it again today, and it's going to grow again. This split rim goes in the garbage off to China. This boiler someone gave me for scrap. Price of scrap is up. Time to get rid of it and make some room around here. I got stuff. 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 Used air filter. That's what I need for the interior so I can read the road map. Put one of these in the weasel. And just put some sheet metal screws into that big thick bracket. I think I'll get some LED lights with a thin wire. Maybe a battery powered one I can snap on here and get an interior light would be nice. So I've got to get a battery from the basement, and I don't know why this battery would be dead. Shouldn't be, but it is. And I got a few things to do here. A few repairs to effect on my 91,000 mile 65 Monza from Arizona that I bought last fall in Detroit. Detroit. Nice time in Detroit.